shit.
With our hosts, DJ Duss and Bamboo Bam. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, Bam?
What up, brother? What you saying?
Not much, man. How's the weekend treating you?
Good, man. You know, just chilled at the crib, man. That's it. That's all, man. Ain't got nothing to
Yeah,
do.
well, we're back on lockdown, so we're back in jail over here. So I don't have much of a story to tell you. It is what it is. Stitches are out on Wednesday, you said?
Yeah.
You gonna see the butcher to get them out, or?
Yeah, going to see the dentist terrorist. You know, I shouldn't be calling her a terrorist, but
Can you not bring the camera phone in and
dude,
wave at us?
I don't even want to
Can
see
you
what's
do that?
going on in that grill. I don't even.
No,
wanna
I
see
mean,
what's
like,
going
can you not bring a picture of her, a little video saying,
Nah.
can you get her to give us a shutout, or?
on. Oh yeah, right.
Oh man, what do we have you for? I don't understand still.
Then she's gonna want to watch podcasts, and then next thing I go in there, she want to yank out every goddamn thing.
Yeah,
right?
your mouth will be wired shut. I guess.
So you want to talk about me on your podcast, huh?
Yes,
Get a root
sir.
canal.
All right, everyone, man. Like our Facebook page. That's at Shooting the Shit. You can stream all our live episodes. Watch them live, questions, comment, be a part of the show, man. You can do the exact same thing on YouTube. You can stream all our episodes live. You can watch all the old ones. That's at Shooting the Shit Podcast. Once it's all done, it gets uploaded onto Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, all that good stuff. That's at Shooting the Shit Podcast 1. Finally hit over 1,000 downloads. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I got to thank everyone that's watching and supporting it, man. So anyways, about a month ago, you're like, listen, man, we've been doing, some stuff. You said you wanted something different.
Yes.
And Jay, a mutual friend of ours, came across and sent us Timmy over here, country singer. And as soon as I said this, you were really excited, though, man.
That's right.
Let's get him on right now. Timmy Dunn, how's it going, brother?
How
you doing?
How y'all doing?
Good, brother. Good. We're it's funny. People don't know this about me and Bam, but we're actually, as much hip hop as you usually have on the show and comedians stuff, we actually are fans of country music. That's what they don't, it throws them off. We've been on resorts and, Bam's from New York, so he'd be like, can you play some country? And everyone's like, ha, ha, ha. And we actually really enjoy it. So once we had a chance to get you on, we were really extremely excited, brother. So how's everything treating you, man?
Man, it's been good. I can't really complain. I mean, everybody's kind of in the same situation with this whole COVID thing. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, everybody's like, wait, on your mark, get set, and go. So once that, all that COVID goes out of style or whatever, then we'll all start booking again.
Oh, bro, man. Us where I'm from, I'm from Canada, right? So in the capital. So we're back in lockdown. So, you know what I mean? All the restaurants are closed again. And I don't know, man. I don't get it. We had a whole episode on it on Wednesday about this. We had a friend that got another person on from a business owner telling him about his struggles, and he left his gym open. He kept getting fined. It's been pretty crazy from where we're from. It's not so bad where Bam is from, but it's pretty crazy where I'm from right now. So, but let's get right into it, Timmy. Where were you born and raised, brother?
Henderson, Kentucky.
Yeah. How was growing up there, brother?
I mean, it's pretty country. I mean, so it's basically you got a little small town area. But then you've got fields. It's real agriculture around here, so that's all we got for like a good while.
That's nice. Still, it's got to be nice and calming, man. You prefer that or the big city?
I mean, it just depends. I like to go into the city, but then I like to come home because it's quiet. I guess the only downfall to like a small town is that everybody knows me better than me. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's so true.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's been a few small towns. Hey, Bam, you roll into the small town. Before I even get to the house, everyone already knows I'm there. You know what I mean? They saw my car drive by, and everyone's already like, he's here. So, it's so true. I got to love that, man.
So who influenced you into being an artist?
I mean, really, my whole family kind of plays music. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So really, it's kind of like I'm mixed. So my mother's white, my father's black. So it was nothing for me to hear Hank Williams Jr. at one end of the house and like the whole Chronic album, Dr. Dre at the other
side.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's just how I grew up or whatever. And then when talent shows came around and we had an R&B group and we had a record deal when I was like 15 in an R&B group, we went out to D.C. and we did that whole thing. And my mom was like, nah, hold on. We were just going to get y'all's feet wet a little bit. We didn't know they was going to try to sign anything. And that was music, talent shows. We did the record deal. We did all that kind of stuff. And then when I got a little bit older, and I had a daughter and everything like that, and then I married my wife, right? And she's Pentecostal, so like they're talented at everything. Like they can play and sing and everything. So it was her family that actually got me playing music at the local at their restaurant, and it was country music. So
That is crazy. So when you
Dig it,
first,
dig it.
like you were saying, so you were signed by the age of 15. Am I right? Is that what you said?
yeah.
That's crazy. So like, how were you when you took music seriously? So was it before then, or was 15 just a fluke that you guys got signed?
It was a fluke, man. We didn't expect it because we went up there and we were with this guy, Jimmy Baylor, and from what I understand, he was the brother of Genuine, which is Eldrin Baylor, and they're all from DC, and that's where we were. And so like they got us in the studio and they set a timer, right? And we didn't know what we was going for. We sung for them over the phone. We did like a Drew Hill song,
Nice.
Drew Hill song called "Tell Me." And so they got us out to DC or whatever, and then next thing I know, they set a timer and they said, "Here, write to this beat," and we wrote to it. And they were like, "Okay, yeah, the brothers," which is because it's me, my brother, and our two friends. Okay. They was like, "Yeah, the brothers can go. Like this is what we need to do." And then my mom pulled that whole plug.
Now, at the time, resentful a little bit when you pulled the plug?
Oh yeah, I was mad.
Yeah.
I was like, "Mom, you ruined my life."
You know, she don't shit. People get caught up in the last thing you need is, you know, your kid running all wild thinking one way and she's trying to look out for you another way. I mean, shit, look at Britney right now. You know what I mean? Young kid star and she's got problems, bro. She can't even touch her own money. That's terrible.
I don't know. I don't understand that whole situation.
No,
but
that's just terrible.
so like now, what the transition from R&B to where you're at? How old were you when that happened?
Oh gosh, I mean, I was already married, so I was probably like 20, 23 really. I'd been out of music for a long time. I done had kids and everything. And
wow.
Next thing I know, because they were really good at like guitars and like basses and all these instruments, so I started playing with them. And then I've always been around country music too, so it really wasn't crazy of a transition or whatever. I done hit puberty and everything, so the vocal part was fine. But we just started dabbling or whatever, and next thing I know, I played a little show at the restaurant, and then people liked it more than what I thought they would. And then 5 years later, we've been able to do a little bit with it.
That's awesome. Okay. With that being said, now, if you wanted to turn someone into a fan of your music, what song or video would you recommend for them to hear?
Probably "Summer of Us" for real, because I feel like that's where I love traditional country music. I love a B3 organ. I love fiddles and steel guitars and all that kind of stuff. But also have an R&B side too. I grew up on Usher. When I did the talent show, it was an Usher song. You know what I'm saying? So like I love that. So if you watch the video, I actually did a spin move in the video, right? And some of my people were like, "Yeah, Nashville's not gonna have it. It's too R&B." I said, "Well, then that's what it is." And so I got to let some of that genuine spin move, that Cisco spin move come out. And so I got to do that in a video. But "Summer of Us," I think, is a real country pop type of song that people would probably like.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I have to agree. That's definitely one of my favorites. Timmy, because you were an R&B group before you were a country star, all right? So this is two. Do you remember the first song ever recorded with your R&B team, and then the first song ever recorded with your country dudes?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a song called "Throw Your Hands Up," and so that was the R&B song. We still got it on a CD. My mom.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You know, we got our little group name on there instead of "Refined" on there because we thought our lyrics and our dance moves was just refined, right? And then the first country song I ever recorded, did you say?
Yes.
Was probably a song called "Sometimes." And me and a buddy of mine sat there and messed with that on a guitar in my living room. And that was the song that it got played over in the United Kingdom. It hit radio over there. It did really well, and we didn't expect it. And the recording was kind of trash too, so we just didn't expect it. And so that was the first country song that really we recorded, and it went a little bit.
Nice. Do you remember your first performance ever in both genres?
Yes. The first performance ever in R&B was with my group, and we did a talent show, and we did a song that the teachers didn't really care too much for. But that's R&B back in the day. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't matter what you did. If you did a Boyz II Men song, or if you did a Drew Hill, which was my favorite band, my favorite group ever. So when you do those types of songs, it's got topics in it that they didn't really care for when I was younger. But that was the first one, and then the first country song I ever did on stage was a song by Trent Tomlinson called "Angels Like Her," and so that was the first one of each one.
Nice.
Now the just to let anybody, like everyone that's listening, what's the transition now from? Do you find it's harder to be in the R&B group, or is it harder to be a lead singer to a band?
They both come with their things, because what I always found with an R&B group is that whoever the lead singer is, you've got that little bit of animosity type, jealousy type. Well, I want the lead part of this song. You've got that whole thing. And then, but with the band though, when it's called Timmy Dunn the way it is, you've got the band and they care about playing a little bit, but don't nobody care about it the way you care about it. So that will mess with you sometimes, because it's like, yo, I'm here before y'all, I'm here after y'all, where y'all at, and so you don't get the same commitment, I guess.
Now, babe, this is just a side question too. Like I always find it's got to be harder to be a part of a band, to have everyone on the same page, wouldn't it be? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm surprised when you see like these rock groups and country groups that have been together forever, and you're just like, wow, that's incredible. Like, because there's got to be some head bumping and stuff, isn't there?
There's a little bit. I mean, definitely. That's why a lot of bands don't stay together, because there's so many, and each artist, each musician in a band sometimes has their own management, and they have their own publicists and stuff like that. And then they get them saying, well, you need to be doing this and looking out for you, which may not look out for the band. And so then you get to battle and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's a tug of war when you incorporate corporations.
I can see that.
Messes with the friendship and the overall look of what you're trying to do, you know?
Well, it's because everyone's looking out for them as one instead of a team, right? So yeah, I can see how that happens. So are you currently signed or are you independent?
No, we're independent. I'm gonna say it like this, like, and it's weird to me because coming up with loving hip hop the way I did it's like their style is like, we got money, we don't need anybody. But country music people are like, hey, help us out, donate some money. Sit my virtual tip jars down here and blah blah blah. So it's kind of hard for me to get on here. Like, COVID has been so hard because I'm not gonna get on here and play a guitar and ask you for money. That's the hip hop side of me saying. So I say all that to say, we're independent. We got our own money. I hire each person out, my publicist, my media, graphic design, everything. I hire all that out myself.
Okay.
Now, are you open to being signed, or is this the independent route is the way you want to go?
Well, just kind of in a real low key way. We got casted for a reality show here recently, and so it's crazy because we had a couple small record deals like a year ago, and we turned them down just because it didn't seem right.
Yeah.
But then I got to reading the contract for this reality show I'm doing, and they actually specify we don't want anybody signed to major labels. So I'm like,
whew, dodge the bullet.
Good thing.
So I'm glad we stayed with it. So we'll just stay independent, man, until something really good
right.
It's got to be worth it.
I absolutely agree with you.
Gotcha. So what's your creative process like? Let the people know like what it takes to, get a good country song together. How does it start? Where does it start from? Where does it come from?
It's crazy because like when I like my last EP was about it was called It's About Time. And for one, there's two different reasons. For one, it took us a while to put out the EP, so it's about time we put out something.
I love that.
But the other part was it had 4 songs, and each 4 of those songs started out, and it kind of told the story of different chapters of me and my wife's relationship, the newness and where we got started in that whole summer love and how it was all brand new and blah blah blah. Then the second song was talking about how life kicks in, marriage kicks in, and then I got real bad off on drinking. So then after that, it starts talking about the reconciliation and the come up from that, out of that. So every time I sit down and write a song, it's just basically trying to put in a real melodic way something that I've been through. So, and it may come as just a little melody, or I may hit some riffs on a guitar, and then that may strike up a feeling, and I'll talk about it.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, if there's one thing you can change about the music business, what would it be?
This is where I get in trouble. Honestly, the corporation, the corporate part of it, because
Yeah.
me being in country music, a black country singer in country music, which we got casted for another TV show about country artists of color, and then this girl I know, Reese Palmer, she's starting up a BCMA, and it's basically to look out for black country singers. But the corporate Nashville, to me,
Yes.
and to some other black people that I know, they don't want black people in country music for real.
Still this day,
That's
2021. Wow.
That's still. But dude, for real, it's tokenism if you ask me. And so basically, like you take like a person like Kane Brown, right?
Yeah.
You ever heard of him?
Yep.
Kane's he's done some crossover with Khalid and Rachel.
Yep.
You know, so the thing is though, he already had viral numbers when Sony said, "Hey, we'll sign you to a record deal," and of course he was like, "Oh, a record deal."
Yeah.
He was gonna go anyway.
That's right.
So they said to themselves, they said, "Yo, listen, either we sit by and watch him, or we sign him and take 70% of it."
True enough. Yeah. Yeah.
So really, it's the corporate part of it that I would change, man, and make it more, have some more publishers and labels out there that really look out for the artists more so than themselves.
So do you find it like the show The Voice? Do you find it like that life should be more like that? You know, everyone that's going to pick them is not turning around. They have no idea what they look like, but they base their talent. You know what I mean? Like
that to me. Okay, between us, right?
Yes.
But just us. That show ain't no different than any other reality show. There's not really much reality to it. They know who's coming in.
I guess so. Without my thing, that's a fantasy island. You're so right. It's so true.
They know who's coming in.
It's TV, right? It's TV.
Yeah.
It's not like back in the day when they play a song on the radio. You don't know who the fuck it is. It's either you like it or you don't.
Band thought Adele was black.
No, dead serious. Because I did not see her or anything. And when I heard her on the radio, because I'm old school. I listen to the radio, boom, 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 and I'm like, God damn, she can blow. I can feel the soul coming from this girl. You know what I mean? And then I was like, oh shit, she's white. Look at that. Good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't knock the talent where it is. You got what I mean? And that's how I like to listen to music. You know what I mean? That's just the way I do. So tell me, what separates you from other artists today?
Without sounding like really conceited, and
You have to sound
conceited.
Get
conceited.
Separate yourself.
all right.
Hey, listen. Who cares about you more than you?
True enough.
I mean, maybe my wife.
Hey, don't be throwing me under the bus, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, but for real, I think what separates me, period. You know, I'm not going to politic with anybody. I'm not going to mold to try to be what you want me to be. I'm not going to chase you around just because you're some A-list, B-list artist or writer. If we don't click, Bob, and I genuinely like you, you can be TV or whatever. But don't expect me to bow down to anybody, man. We can either vibe or we won't, and it doesn't matter.
We feel the exact same way with the podcast, man. We get thrown some people, message or interview this guy, and it feels like if it ain't clicking, then it ain't gonna happen. I ain't chasing you. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
All right.
I feel you on that sense. Pre-COVID, because we know COVID has screwed everything up for everyone. Pre-COVID, what is the biggest struggle, or what was the biggest struggle of being an artist today?
I think it's just keeping a band together, really. And I think everybody will agree with that plays anything. It's keeping a band together because everybody in their lives have things going on. So one dude may be having a baby, or one dude may be getting married, or one dude may be getting divorced.
Yeah.
And those all strike up different issues when you're trying to be out on the road for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So I think just keeping a band together really is the biggest thing.
It is a big. I totally agree with that, and I've always, held to the bands that have stayed together, because it's like it's a whole nother marriage, right? If you want to succeed, or if you are succeeding, it's to keep it together. It's to keep everything working together. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
I hear you. So, who would you love to collaborate with in the future? If you vibe and get along, and you know what I mean, who would it be?
Out of country music.
Sure.
Anybody, brother.
I mean, country music to me, the end all for real is like I love Tracy Lawrence and I love Garth Brooks. But when you talk, I mean, just in any genre, man, Genuine's always been my favorite artist since I was little bitty. And well, him and then Drew Hill as a package. So
Yeah.
Cisco's dope. Don't get me wrong, but I can't handle all the breaking up and the adding all these different members that they did.
To
me, that's not Drew Hill. You know what
No.
I mean? You add
Big,
Scola
big.
was okay. Remember when they added him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you added Scola and he was okay, but now you got like everybody's different except for Cisco. It seems like Nokio's still in it. But I think Genuine, or like a Garth Brooks or one of those guys right there would be a cool deal.
Did you like those collabs that like what Nelly did? Was it Just a Dream, or was he also on the Florida Georgia line?
Yeah, he did with Florida Georgia Line and he did Cruise, and that matchup it worked really well.
It did really well.
I've always loved Nelly from like the first Country Grammar. Remember that?
Yeah.
So that went really well. Now the one he did with Tim McGraw, so
That's right.
in my head, I didn't like that. I didn't think it worked.
Okay, yeah.
And then Ludacris did one with Jason Aldean.
Yes.
I didn't care for that either.
Neither did I.
I love Ludacris though.
Yeah.
Right.
But so yeah, I like some of them.
Do you find like, I don't know, that transition was great. For that Florida Georgia line cruise, like I thought it was a great transition, and I thought it was great on Nelly's part. You know what I mean? I love those crossovers, especially when it works. Right? It's a great crossover.
Yes, definitely, it was.
I just got to say this because no, I do because when I started liking country music, everybody was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Well, you know, this and that, and I would usually say, "Country is the new hip hop." You get what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling this. You get what I'm saying? Because older country, you know, I couldn't relate. You know, and I find with the newer generation, the style has changed a little. You know what I mean? To catch my attention, to draw me in, and I'm like, "Oh shit, that boy good. I like that song. That I could do." You know what? I've been through that. You know what I mean? I relate to it, and that's what drawed me in so much. And so for me to ask you, like, you know, when did the change started to happen? You know what I mean? Like from older traditional country to the new, you know, Georgia Florida line type, you know, things just changing around, right?
I honestly think, and people don't believe me when I say this, but I promise you, like Gary Allen started to make that, but Gary Allen's real country. He's got a real country vocal. He's got real country music, but he had some poppy songs that came out and they kind of transitioned a little bit. And it was Gary Allen that did it. And then from there stemmed an artist like Luke Bryan. And Luke really set it off for the Florida Georgia lines and everything you see today. Luke
had that, because that Country Girl Shake It For Me had that bass line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It had that bass line. So you were just like, what is that? You know what I mean? It had that proper bass line to it. So yeah, I definitely saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when you saw a lot of like people that mixed like hip hop stuff or whatever actually start getting into country music studios and start doing stuff. And now you take it up to the day where you got people like Breland. You ever heard of Breland?
I haven't.
He's got a song called My Truck, and you know, but he's written with Trey Songz and all these other R&B artists, but he's also doing a lot of country music now, and they're mixing and because there's so much digital stuff in country music right now, and so it opens doors for people like that.
Nice.
Now that you've been in the country, you've grown up, have you not noticed that the old folks hate the new stuff? Because I've DJ'd weddings, some country weddings, and they were just like, "Stop playing that stuff." They were mad at me. You know what I mean? They wanted to get a little older. You know?
Yeah, I mean, but I think that happens with every generation.
Oh, 100% with any type of music.
We're all looking at this hip hop today like, that ain't Bone Thugs and Harmony. That ain't, you know what I mean? That ain't Young Jeezy. That ain't Gucci Mane. I mean, somehow Gucci Mane has been able to stay relevant through all of this. True. But you got some of these dudes, some of these, hold on one second. Hey, Missy. my tablet's gonna go dead. So you
No
got
worries.
some of these artists, and it's like it's all auto tuned, and they're talking about how they just might kill themselves because they can't have the girl. But back in the day, we were hardcore and we didn't need nobody. So it's
Yes.
like I look at the new hip hop, and I'm like, man, why y'all crying for? Like, get out,
Do something.
Outkast. Listen to all that kind of stuff back in the day. So,
Oh yeah.
big difference. I think everybody says that, but I think it's just because everything's more digital and it's not George Strait and it's not whatever. So
True. Now, your favorite era of country music?
Now, see, that's weird. That's weird because I obviously don't. I have a couple traditional country songs, like where we got real traditional sounding, and I'll have some more here soon. I'm kind of bipolar with it, but my favorite era, honestly, would have to be late 80s, early 90s. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I like that. There's some new stuff that goes hard. I'm not gonna lie. But dude, to me, like there's legends in that.
There is. There absolutely is. Yeah.
So, what's the best advice you're ever given?
Ever given?
Ever been given?
Ever been given?
I guess it's just, I don't really know. I mean, people throw you advice daily, and it's kind of like some of it you just kind of like let it go in one ear and right out the other. But I think the best advice that I've ever gotten from anybody would have to be just staying true to myself and not being bent and turned and molded by anybody in any entity. And at the end of this career and whatever it brings or it don't bring, at the end of that, I can know and I can sit here and say that I stayed true to myself and my family.
Love it, brother.
That's good. That's good.
Now, in your case, because now we notice that you're a hip hop fan, R&B fan, and obviously a country fan, yours will be a little bit different. So we'd like to name your top 5 artists of anything. No, there's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's any 5.
All right. Okay, just 5.
Just 5. No, it's typical. No orders. Just
Tracy Lawrence, Garth Brooks, Genuine, Drew Hill, Boyz II Men.
Love it.
That's it.
I like that. So, Timmy, we usually ask 10 questions. It's just 10 random questions to get to people to know you. This podcast, what we do is we get people to listen to your music, but I find people become true fans when they get to really know you. There's guys that we've interviewed that we are like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. Once after, the music's good, but once you get to know them, so this is just 10 quick questions. So the first question is, do you prefer making music or do you prefer performing it?
Performing. All day. I
can see
listen.
that.
It don't even gotta be my song.
Yes.
Show me to the stage.
I love it.
He likes the attention.
I love it.
Dream vacation.
I guess it would have to be Italy because my wife is Sicilian.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, she's always wanted to go. So I've always wanted to go because it's part of her. And so I guess Italy, Sicily would be really cool.
Oh, that's a great one. Your first job ever, your first actual paycheck.
Oh, hold on. My first job ever was at the skating rink, and I'm dope on skates, right?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. No lie.
You know what's funny? I was just watching ATL yesterday, the movie with T.I. Yeah. I was just watching it last night.
I missed the roller ring.
Put me on skates, I'm fine. But
love it, man.
That was my first job, really.
Yeah.
But my first paying job was Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, we were fast food boys too. We're McDonald's and Burger King.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Name one thing on your bucket list.
Musically, I guess to play the Grand Ole Opry.
That'd be dope.
Okay.
Grand
like
Ole.
Now, give me one word to describe your music style.
Bipolar.
Dude, we never get people to repeat anything. I swear to God. You notice that, man? We never.
That's true.
It's
Everybody
so
got
awesome.
something different. That's crazy.
Swear to God.
Your favorite TV show?
Like, of all time?
All time. Something you can watch again.
Probably either the Jamie Foxx show from back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Remember
I remember.
Fancy and
I remember that.
And what's funny about it, that's when people learned that Jamie can actually sing.
Yeah.
On the show?
Yeah, from the show. You know,
When he
because nobody
set
knew
the
he could sing.
piano,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Listen, that's the best Jamie Foxx. The music he came out with was good, but him playing that piano on the show, epic. But so I'd say Jamie Foxx show, and then probably like I'm old school, so it'd be like Family Matters or something like that. It's just
Yeah.
a show.
Now, besides music, what other hobbies do you have?
Oh, like I said, I skate, and so my kids skate, my wife skates.
You got to get that on the video, brother.
Skates.
Yeah, that's got to be a music video, man. You got to get you skating on one of those.
It's about to be. So
yes.
I'll tell you about that later on. But we're about to shoot another video, and it's going to be at my local skating rink where I grew up, really. And so bowling, I love to bowl. But those two things are what I like to do.
Yeah.
I'll do that any day of the week.
That's dope.
Yeah, cool. Your favorite movie?
Dang. I just watched, like, probably, it makes me cry for real, but remember John Q?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Denzel Washington?
I can't watch that. It's too serious for me, man.
I know, man. I know. But, like, that, and honestly, it's crazy, and I feel bad to even say it, but, dude, like, that movie Malcolm X with Denzel Washington, loved it. So that was a good one.
Spike Lee at his best.
All right. Last one from the 10 questions. Your favorite food to eat?
Favorite what?
Food to eat. One meal. You had one more meal left. What is it?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah, why not? I think I'd do that too, actually. What's on the pizza? What's on the pizza, Timmy?
Well, I'm vegetarian now, so it'd be all veggies. You know what I mean?
All
The bell
veggies,
peppers, the red onions, hopefully. The mushrooms and all that kind of stuff.
You, Joe? What kind of pizza would it be? What would you have on there?
Me, I'm a pepperoni and olive type of guy
Pepperoni
with hot sauce on the side.
Ooh, hot sauce and ranch.
Yeah, I don't know. It was all back in the day at school. Pizza had this bottle of hot sauce. It was their own hot sauce, and I always asked the guy, I'm like, "Yo, pop that thing over," and he's for his wings. And anyways, I put some on, but these motherfuckers end up selling them to us after in little containers because he's like, I'm not giving these hot sauce to these kids no more. But Timmy, true story. So Montreal's 2 hours away from us. We go to Montreal, and I get pizza, and I ask the dude for hot sauce. But he's looking at me like, why? Like, I didn't give you anything that needs hot sauce. I'm like, can I have some hot sauce? And he's like looking at his boy, and he passes the hot sauce over, and I put it on my pizza. And he's like, "Oh, look good, the hot sauce on the pizza." Like, he went nuts on me. Like, he just was so bad. It's like his head almost exploded. I was like, "Damn, they don't do that around here yet," So it's hilarious. But yeah, that's what you, Bam. What type of pizza you ordering?
Just cheese. It ain't broken. Original cheese pizza.
What?
That's all. I'm sorry, I'm from New York, man. You know that New York cheese pizza, if it's dripping that fucking all that oil, you're gonna have a heart attack, but you're gonna eat it anyways. Just good. Now I really want to try some Chicago deep dish though. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, just plain cheese, bro. Plain cheese. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I look at.
We ain't ordering a pizza together.
And this and hamburger pizza. I can't do all of that. It's too much going on.
Dude, options. You have options to put on. You put nothing.
Nothing. Dude,
I do think it's weird when people do pineapples on pizza though.
Yeah,
it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good.
It's okay.
Hold on,
It
you just
is.
said
I've
keep it basic.
Yeah, I've tried it, but I'm not fucking, stubborn. I tried, but my favorite is cheese pizza. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean?
He said, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave the cheese on it.
That's if he's paying.
but you can't knock something until you try it, right?
I guess.
You know what I mean?
It's okay. It's overrated a bit, man. It's I don't know. Pineapple thing is too much. But cheese, yeah, whatever. So, brother, what's next for you? Let's say COVID's finally going to come to an end, man. Hopefully the shit gets all settled. Everything's wide open. What's next for you?
I mean, to me, it's like we had a whole Canadian tour booked before COVID happened.
Wow.
And we were supposed to start in Vancouver.
Beautiful.
Last October, and of course we were going to go Vancouver, Kamloops, Victoria, and some other places or whatever.
Nice.
So, man, we're really just going to try to get back out on the road, play some shows, some quality shows, open up for some bigger artists, and then, like I said, we just did our paperwork on, the media, the show stuff or whatever. So we're going to look for some sync options. We're supposed to go out to LA and meet with the Netflix people, but we're just gonna kind of dabble in a bunch of media stuff, really.
I dig it. But make sure you end up in Nova Scotia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm coming to see that show. You know what I mean?
Is that where y'all are?
I'm in Nova Scotia, and he's
I'm in Ottawa,
in
Ontario.
Canada.
Yeah, I'm like 4 hours away from Toronto.
That's crazy because listen, Nova Scotia, like I never really thought about it. But I mean, I've never thought about it, but it's crazy because I've got several people that share my music on their Instagram and everything from Nova Scotia. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, they love some country up here. Believe you me.
Well,
So you come down here, I'm gonna be up in the front row like a fan. You'll be like, I know him.
Security, he eats cheese pizza. Get him out.
with pineapples.
Nah, don't worry. You come up, I'll get you some grits and everything. We be good.
Oh, here we go. Timmy Dunn's, right? You can get you on Instagram. It's Timmy Dunn's Music. You're also on all major streaming platforms.
Yeah.
You also have a website, www.timmydunn.com. What's on your website, brother? Is that all your links?
Yeah, it's pretty dated because I take care of it. But there's some videos on there, some music on there, and then we're in the process of updating the merch and everything. We've got a new logo that's really cool. So yeah, they can find some things on there.
That's cool. Yeah, we have a website too. It's probably the last thing that gets updated on ours too. It's like, yeah, maybe I should upload these last 3 interviews we've done on there because it's on everything else. But you're just like, because there's so much shit to advertise your stuff on, right? Instagram, Facebook, all that other stuff. So the website
when you think
thing.
about it, who's really going to? There's not a lot of people going to the website.
Not anymore. No. I wanted to keep all the links and stuff together, but at the end of the day, realistically, if it's not in front of their face, they don't want to click on something to get to something else.
Right.
That's just the way people are, right? Timmy, I wanted to play your song. What is it called? Summer of Us. Can you tell me more about it, bro?
Basically, it just shines a little light on a summer, and it's kind of to me. There's nothing like having that, whether that falling in love in the middle of summer. You remember what the days felt like. You remember what the nights smelled like. That may be weird, but in the country, you smell a summer night. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so it was about getting into a relationship, but then having some issues because you're in a small town, and then she tries to talk to somebody else, and then so she's sitting right here. No, what it was a small town, and people try to talk to her. They like, oh man, Timmy and Missy, they're kind of at odds. So then they want to try to jump in the inbox, but it just shines light on stuff like that, man.
The vultures come around.
Yeah.
And I always thought the small towns were nice people. Look at this.
No.
Yeah. But Timmy, if you let me know when you're doing the Canadian tour, man, we'll get you on. We'll help you promote it. You know what I mean? We'll do our best. We have a great following from out west, also out of Vancouver and stuff like that. So we'll definitely do that. Thank you for taking your time and shooting the shit with us, brother. It's a true pleasure. We are actual fans, man.
We appreciate you, brother.
We have to thank Jay. Jay's the one that hooked us up from City Bookings. Is the one that linked us up. So thank you, Jay. Always a pleasure. Jay. And this is Timmy Dunn's A Summer of Us. Later, brother.
Peace.
See y'all later. Ready?
Trying to do things different right now, but all I know is you. And time flies, my days turn into nights, and that's when I need you. You were mine, and I was yours. You and I against the world. And don't believe the stories told. That's what you told me. But it was that small town, small crowd when we first felt that rush. It was a long way around town, trying not to go back home. It was a summer of us, living it up. We were just too far gone, but we were enough.